Welcome back to Freedom Grow Farm. My name is Becky. Today I'm going to be harvesting as many flowers as I can, as tomorrow I have a pop-up market. I have 2 more markets until I finally close for the season, which is pretty late. I should have closed probably 2 months ago, but I'm going to see what we have and try to make bouquets. I think I have some flowers that I can use, so let's see what I have. So happy I got to harvest 2 roses, Lady of Shalott and James L. Austin rose. They're so beautiful and I'm glad I got to put them in the bouquets. Now for my harvest, I had these sunflowers throughout the week and they were just spilling pollen, which those types of flowers have pollen in them, so I wasn't going to use those. I got a lot of zinnias, or at least a good amount of them, and the Queen Line series as well. My binary giant white zinnias definitely saved me in this one. I had maybe 1 or 2 peach type of zinnias and yellow. I wish I had more. My gomphrena was okay, and I had some more sunflowers from Sunflower Steve, as you see right there. His sunflowers and a couple of the Pro Cut sunflowers. I didn't have much greenery. I did have some basil, and I used a lot of marigold greenage or foliage for filler. A lot of my flowers had so much disease, so I'm just lucky I have something. So I'm going to show you how I made my $20 bouquets for this market. I wanted to show you a slower version of me doing it first. So I started off with some zinnias and this foliage from the marigolds. I picked some gomphrena that was long enough. I had a lot of short gomphrena, so I wasn't using all of it. And I just kept adding some more zinnias. The bigger ones were the focal, and the sunflowers were focal. And when it comes to the Sunflower Steve ones, I was really picky because I didn't want so much pollen falling over these bouquets since they're not pollenless. So sunflowers and zinnias is all I have, and very limited amount. And then using the marigold foliage. I had some marigolds that are not growing yet. They're newer plants, and I didn't pinch them, so I used their foliage while it was nice and long and tall for these bouquets, which really worked out and gave it a nice Florida feel with the tropical look. So I like that. I used some of my white zinnias around this bouquet, and I just kept twirling around just to see how it would look. Now, I wasn't trying to make it so full because this is a $20 bouquet, so about 16 stems each bouquet, and just try to make it even all the way around. Now I just added a couple of more gomphrena. I wish I had more foliage just to beef it up a little, but I didn't, so I just kind of really worked with what I have. With $20 bouquets, it really depends on your area how much you can get for your flowers. And I know it doesn't help that these days, people are not really spending as much in my area for flowers, depending on the market. My 4th of July market was horrible. My farmers markets are hit or miss, so I really just have to play around with pricing. So for these $20 bouquets, I really just wanted to make them as colorful as possible and use as much flowers as I could. Not only will I go by the amount of stems, but what type of flowers I have in my bouquet. Obviously, if I have ranunculus or any type of flower that is more expensive, I would price accordingly. But for these, it's just zinnias and sunflowers and basil and marigolds that I had, so I was just trying to also price appropriately for these types of flowers. So I don't want to short end myself, but I think these bouquets here, these $20 bouquets, were priced well, and for the amount of flowers I had, I think I just stretched it as much as I could. I really liked how this bouquet came out. I love the greenery from the marigolds that haven't grown yet, and I like the white and the queen lime zinnias. Of course, the sunflower Steve sunflowers definitely gives that tropical feel against that foliage. So I'm really happy with it. And so now I'm going to go ahead and do all the bouquets as so after I lay out everything. So you'll see that, and I'll show you along the way the bouquets individually that I make. I'm also loving my new flower cutter that you see here at the end. With these bouquets, like these $20 bouquets that you see here, it just makes it so much easier to cut them all in the same length. So I really like my $20 bouquets. I think they turned out great. Let me know in the comments below how you price your $20 bouquets if you do $20 bouquets for a market, which is pretty typical, I think, for farmers markets or any pop-up market type of bouquet. So I really have my work cut out for me when it comes to bouquets. I'm trying to be better every time I do them. It's going to take a lot of practice, so I'm just showing you my journey through making market bouquets. So it's not perfect, and it's not going to be perfect for a while, but I'm just trying my best, and with everybody else out there, doing their best, that's all you can do, and try to price accordingly. I mean, sometimes we underprice. We don't mean to. It's just, I think it's a really mind game and how confident you are with marketing, because not all of us are made to market. We love growing flowers, but it's hard to put yourself in the business type of mindset when you have to. So I'm doing my best on that, but so far I am happy with the way that my bouquets are turning out, and I'll just get better as I get more experience. This one is one of my last bouquets. I really like how this one came out. I could have placed the zinnias a little bit more around, but I wasn't trying to fuss with it too much as it was a market bouquet. After I finished my market bouquets, I wanted to do some mason jars. I wanted to do at least 4. I wasn't sure I was going to have enough, which I didn't. I only had enough to make 3. But I went ahead and added my water, and I do add some flower food in these jars. So I just keep the rings around just to give it a nice look, pour water, and I start arranging them with whatever I have, and trying to make them bulky as possible with the least amount of focal flowers and a lot of foliage that I had left from the marigolds. So you'll see my process, and then I'll show you how everything turned out at the end. I did price these at $27. I could have easily priced them at least $35 to $40. Now that I look back on how they looked, they came out so good. So 27 was okay. Let me know what you think these would have sold in your area. One of my sunflowers broke, so I put those 2 roses in this bouquet, and I just love how it looks. I love the color scheme of that. Now, when it came to the market itself, it was very small market. It was just 1 table, so even if I had a lot of flowers, I wouldn't have space for them, but I wish I had a little bit more than I had. My $20 bouquets only fit in 2 buckets, and then I have my mason jars. So I like how I placed everything. I made sure my business cards were in the front, my little sign. Now this market was pretty slow, but I want to show you how the venue looked. It was so cute. It was a barn that you can rent out. People use this as a wedding venue, so it's pretty cool. Maybe one day if I have 20 acres, I'll build a big barn and rent them out. I think that's a pretty good business plan. But yeah, so this barn had a couple of vendors. I was the only fresh flower vendors. There was a lot of clothes and jewelry. But my little setup was right there, just me. And they had a little photo op there. I thought it was really cute. So market was really cute. I wish there was more people. We were in air conditioning, so I'm not sure why a lot of them didn't turn up. But at the end, I sold all my mason jar bouquets. As always, I made connections and gave out my business card, so hopefully some business will come from that. So thank you guys for watching, and come with me to another market and see my $20 bouquets. I'll see you guys in the next video.